Hello. So I pulled out of my closet this old Cybernet CB radio. Last time I tested, it worked. And the reason why is this way is because I was in the process of restoring it. As you can tell, it is a Cybernet. It has a lot of previous work done by somebody else, as you can see here. But the radio appears to be working, and I haven't tested today, so I don't know. The story of this radio is quite simple. Many years ago, I purchased it on the internet, used, knowing that the radio was in poor condition. It appears to have FM, AM, LSB, USB, and CW. Let's look at the back of the radio. It only has a serial number. There it is. It does not have the manufacturer information or any other tag. And so it has the connector for a CW keyer, external speaker, and power amplifier, and external loudspeaker, let's put it that way. The plug, and I am fortunate to actually have the original plug right here, which usually happens on this kind of radio. We don't really get when you buy a radio in this condition. It doesn't come with the plug. 4-pin microphone. I believe I have the microphone here. I think this is a Japanese microphone, I'm not sure. It has the battery, because I did test it before. It didn't come with the battery. It's got the gain. There it is. It might be German, but I'm not sure. If you know, leave on a comment below. So it's got this microphone. I also found in the box another microphone. Let's see if it actually belongs to this radio. It might. There's 4 pins as well. Same type of microphone, but it appears to be a different brand. This one is actually, you can tell it's Japanese, right? It says Japan there to the right, but it's the same style. So that's the story on the microphone. The front of the radio is damaged, quite damaged. It would take a little bit of love and care to repair this front. The faceplate, it's some sort of handy work. Somebody manually created this front, but it's not, while it actually fits in there, it's not the original. So this is what it looks like with the front on. So I'll try to make that look pretty in the future. I have all the knobs that came with it. This is for the display. It's pretty messed up. Anyhow, the top and the bottom is here with its original speaker, I think. And I did some research in the past, and this is what I came up with. These are the fronts of 2 potential candidates for this radio. One is a Superstar 2200. Let me zoom in. Superstar 2200. that's what the front of the Superstar 2200 looks like. And these functions actually match with the functions, if I recall, on the front of the radio. So here's the band key. So if I look at the band key here on paper, CW, LSB, USB, AM, FM. So let's say I moved all the way to the left, moved it that way. Now I'm on CW, LSB, USB, AM, one more, FM. So it kind of matches, at least the slots here kind of match. So we'll figure everything out eventually. That the typical project radio, right? That's the S meter, also very usual for Cybernet radios. And I'll show you a little bit from the back of the radio. The board, the motherboard, the main board, I should say, is PCMA 00IS or PCMA 001S, I'm not sure. Don't see any other markings right now on this radio. You can tell there's a lot of work being done on this radio. Not by me. I've never had a chance to actually repair it. I only had a chance to test it and see that it actually works, even though it's in this sort of unhappy condition here. So if I turn to the back of it, to the bottom, actually the top right, when you have the so here's another work of art from somebody else. Not that I can do much better, I guess. The channel selector. Gosh, I'm not sure what this is. It might be a Roger beep, I'm not sure. It has a relay in there. I'm not even sure. So that's it. That's the radio. I believe those are the finals. Not sure what they are. 2166. 1969. Yeah, that's definitely driver and final, I guess. So VCO right there. So we'll work on this radio. The plan is, before I do that, just one more. Another option will be if this radio is a TriStar 797. Again, the same disposition of buttons, switches, and so very similar. Both radios are very similar. The Superstar 2200 and the TriStar 797. They're both Cybernet radios. They're both with very similar functions to what I see on this radio, different from whatever this person did on here. This doesn't really match the radio. And I will work with Jef Collin, which is a guy is a genius. Okay, Jef created an expander to replace the channel selector using the PLL on the radio. And he has been kind enough to make the project available to the public. And I will eventually share the link here as I start working on this radio. So that's it. This is my old Cybernet. We'll see. It's either a Superstar or a TriStar, but I don't know which one it is, to be honest. As a quick test, I have the radio set on CB frequency 27205, which is channel 20. So this is set to low power. There is a mid power, and high power. So I don't think there's much of a difference between them, but on low power and AM, we have, here's my little test box, TX. And on the reading on the service monitor shows almost 6 watts. So a little bit off frequency, but I guess we can adjust here a little bit or tune the radio later. As you can see, as I'm moving here, I can actually adjust my transmit frequency almost to the dot there. Radio is cold. I haven't warmed up the radio to operating temperature yet. I'm transmitting right here and low power. So let's switch to high power now. And I observe the, well, first of all, is overmodulated. And power went up to 7.5 watts, so it's not much of a difference. Mid one doesn't make any difference. There's no microphone gain here, so I can tell by looking at this document. Yeah, there's really no microphone gain. In either models, there's no microphone gain. But there is the power switch, which is this last one here, 3 positions. So TX appears to be okay. Let's go ahead and stop this, and let's do a reception test. Let's configure the frequency to 27205 megahertz. I'm going to set this to AM. And I'm going to adjust this to lower the volume. So I have a little over S9. It's all right. I mean, I'm not looking for perfection here. This is sensibility, reception sensibility. So at the top is the most sensibility of the radio. Let me turn that off so you can see. This is off, this is on. As far as sensibility, let's see how far I can go. Let's go ahead and start increasing this. So the higher this number, for those who don't quite understand, the less signal is coming into the radio. Minus 102, you can still hear the signal. Now signal 0, minus 109. I still hear it 115. Yes, I still hear it. Let's raise the volume. Pretty good sensibility. For a CB radio, this is excellent. let's, it's still there. I'm not hearing it anymore. Maybe it's still there, I don't know. Volume is at the max here. Yeah, so this is good. Sensibility is good. Let's bring that signal back up. Signal 9 will be minus 76 dBm. Okay? All right, so here we go. Now I'm going to unplug this and I'm going to plug the microphone and see if that works. I now have the microphone on and set the squelch here. And we are in AM, and let's do a test. Check 1, 1, 2, 3, testing. 1, 2, 3, testing, testing, 1, 2. Testing, 1, 2, testing, 1, 2. Testing, 1, 2, testing, 1, 2, testing, 1, 2. I mean, a little bit over amplified, but works. I'm going to switch to a sideband, and I believe this is the switch. This should be USB. Yes. And here, the modulation should be SSB. I'm going to set this to manual just so I can manually tune it. Let's see what I hear on the service monitor. Actually, let me take out the squelch. Let's try. Check 1, 2, check 1, 2, check 1, 2, check 1, 2. It needs a little tuning. Hello, hello. Let me raise the volume here a little bit. Check 1, 2, check 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Hello, 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 hello. Checking 1, 2, 3. A real low power. Let's see if I put in the power on high. Yeah, sorry about whistling. So it works on sideband. Switch to LSB. Check 1, 2. Check 1, 2. Oh goodness, I'm kind of off frequency, but then I haven't adjusted anything here. 1, 2, 3. Fantastic. And finally, let's go to. Let's go to FM. Here I'm going to switch my receiving to FM. I am now transmitting in FM. Let's see here, deviation, that's pretty high, 4. It's my FM transmission, 7 watts on high. Hello. And if we are curious about the spectrum analyzer, let's see if I can adjust this. So this is on the spectrum analyzer. 1, 2, 3. Let me raise the volume. 1, 2. Testing 1, 2, 3. Testing 1, 2, 3. Testing 1, 2. So in conclusion, the radio operates okay.